So behind me is a moon underwater in Watford. This is a Wetherspoons pub. There's about 827 Wetherspoons in the country, and Watford, weirdly, is the headquarters of Wetherspoons. Now, no shade on Watford, but all I have to do is get in there without being mugged or without giving myself a sharps injury and get some dinner. So, as a wise food blogger once said, let's give it a go. So here we are in Wetherspoons, and cards on the table. I actually did this review yesterday, but what happened was I went to the one in Hatfield. We're in Watford today. I did all the talking head to camera piece. I went through the menu. I ordered. The food arrived. I got halfway through the meal, and my phone rang. Client emergency. Had to just drop everything and leave. So I didn't finish the review. So I had to come back and do it again. And I was wondering, do I actually want to do it again? Right? I've kind of done it. For some reason, I had a sense of journalistic integrity meant it was what I had to come back and kind of finish the review. So here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order exactly the same thing that I ordered yesterday, and we're going to go through and do the review again. So fun fact about Wetherspoons is when they fit them out, they design and make a unique carpet for each one. So every Wetherspoons has its own carpet. So that's 827 odd different carpets, all apparently linked to the theme. And there is a book you can buy on Amazon, which is Wetherspoons Carpets. I think there's a website as well, but in the B-roll I'll go and find either one of those things and I'll put it up on the screen. Wetherspoons is sort of interesting. I used to use Wetherspoons reasonably tactically for work. So one of the things which is good about them is if you kind of want to go and sit somewhere and have some lunch or have some dinner if you're coming back from a client, or you're stuck in between locations. The Wi-Fi is good, the facilities are good, they're normally in the middle of places, and it's more comfortable than sitting in a Starbucks. They've got a big table where you can get a laptop out, stuff like that. So we used to use them reasonably tactically, used to buy the food. And on my mission of kind of what it is I'm trying to do with this channel, which is what happens if you try to go out, spend £20, get a nice entree, get a Diet Coke, can you get good food, good price, good service, good ambience? And Wetherspoons is part of that mix for me because there's so many of them. They're priced at a point where they're accessible to everyone. And it's actually a case of where does it land in terms of that £20 spent, right? So to kind of clarify some of the methodology, I'm measuring on 4 metrics: ambience, service, food, price, total and averaging all up at the end. And 3 out of 5 stars is average, right? So if you're 3 out of 5 for food, it's average food. If it's 4 out of 5, it's better than average. If it's 2 out of 5, it's less than average. So what I want to know from this process today, having kind of preempted this yesterday while doing a bit of it, where are we landing in terms of that score? So first off, the menu is really extensive. So they've got pizzas, small club classics, big club classics, curries, chicken, burgers, small plates, deli deals, noodle salad, steaks and grills, right? There's a lot to choose from. And of course they do that thing they're famous for, which is basically you can get it with a soft drink, cheap, but actually adding an alcoholic drink is not a lot of money to add on the top. What I ordered yesterday was I ordered one of their gourmet burgers, which is new on the menu because I didn't used to like their old burgers. I'm going to get one of the wraps because it's an interesting kind of lunch thing. I got one of the small plates yesterday because I used to really like their chicken nuggets. I'm going to get some chips with that, and a Diet Pepsi to go with it. So I'm going to order that. And let's see how we go. So I will say that initially my plan has sort of failed at the first hurdle because the burger that I had yesterday in Hatfield isn't on the menu here. So I didn't realise they had different menus at different Wetherspoons, or they changed the menu last night. I've ordered the Ultimate Burger. The Ultimate Burger has got 2 3-ounce beef patties, bacon, cheddar cheese, burger sauce and a gherkin. Classic burger. Presumably comes with chips. I've ordered the chicken bites, 5 chicken bites as a side because I used to like those and I wanted to get them again. And the shawarma wrap is, I'll do the pricing. The burger and drink, 10 soft drink, £10.50. The wrap is £3.50 on its own. The chicken bites are £3. So add it all together, I think it comes to like £19.50 or something. So got really keen pricing. Really keen pricing. Okay, so I don't quite know what's going on here, but basically this has all come out really different how it did in Hatfield. And obviously I'm only going to review what I see in front of me. You know, I've got a burger. Looks really stacked. Cheese isn't melted at all, so I haven't melted the cheese on the grill. I don't like onion rings. This whole channel is just going to be me going, I don't like, whatever. Anyway, I've got some chips. I like chips with tartar sauce. Leave a comment if you feel that's aberrant. I'm going to try the chips. All right, here we go. The chip. I'm going to try and get a good one. So look, I'm going to have a little bit of a discussion about chips to start with. Chips are really important, and I'm not a farmer. I'm not a professional chef, but to me, I struggle to see how a really good potato makes a difference for a chip. To me, it's got to be, and I've known someone who is a world-class genius at making chips. She has a natural facility for it, and her chips are incredible. Anyway, for me, it's get some potato, cut it up, nice clean oil, nice hot oil, cook the chips for way longer than you think you should, season them, you're done, right? Here is a chip. Tartar sauce. Alright, so it's soft, it's fluffy, the outside is, you know, yeah, these chips are okay. You certainly could cook them more, and I think that's the thing that in restaurants they just don't cook them enough. Anyway, no, these are okay. I'm really surprised because the ones I had in Hatfield yesterday were horrible. These are fine. Let's try the burger. Oh no, wait! I'm gonna try one of these nuggets first. Nugget. When I had these yesterday, they gave you a little bit of chilies, sweet chili sauce with it, which doesn't appear to be happening today. So I'll do some more tartar sauce. Yeah, those are kind of nice. I think, as I mentioned, I don't drink. I suspect they're very good if you do drink, if you get my meaning. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, let's try this burger. So I've taken the tomato out of the burger because I don't really like sliced. Look, I do like food, even though I'm sitting there going about all the stuff I don't like. I do. It's stacked. There's loads of bacon in there. It's not like kind of McDonald's, like atom thin, ultra sliced bacon. Looks good. Gherkins look good. That cheese is disappointing. They should have melted the cheese on the grill. Let's see what it's like. Okay, you know what? It's actually a good burger. If I had to complain, I mean, it's. I'll unpack this later when I sit down somewhere else and do the review. Again, the one I had yesterday. Look, I fully thought that the Hatfield one. I only got halfway through it before I had to leave. It was so bad, all of it. I thought I'm going to have to go and do this review again, and I'm not going to have a dinner, but I'm certainly going to have eaten enough food not to be able to justify a second dinner. But that burger, it's fine. Honestly, fine. Chips are fine. Nuggets are fine. Burger's fine. The onion rings are probably fine, but I'm not going to try those. Yeah. Okay, chicken shawarma wrap. Really nicely presented. Like if this was a lunch thing, this is like, what did I say before, £3.50? It's less than a Big Mac. It's less than a panini. It's less than a baguette in Pret. There's a Pret over the road. Like I love Pret sandwiches. Less than that. The one I had yesterday looked horrible. I only took one bite if I had to go. This is packed. Looks really well mixed. Nicely presented. Like, okay. Yeah, they've landed this one. Let's give it a go, see what it's like. Honestly, it's really good. A lot of flavour, a lot of spice. It's really spicy. Very satisfying. My only complaint is that the tortilla's cold, which is funny because it's got griddle marks on it. I don't know if they come from the factory like that. But yeah, it's this is actually really nice. This would be a really nice, a decent lunch. Okay, so obviously a bit taken aback. The one like I said, Hatfield yesterday was absolutely awful. The food was horrible. The burger was grey. It had no flavour. This is pretty good. This is all pretty good. So I'm gonna finish this, watch a bit of YouTube, and I'll go over the road and sum up. So I've come to the beach house in Watford, which is just down the road from Wetherspoons, but I can't do a review of the beach house. There's a few of them locally in the chain, because I know the owner, and I can't give you an unbiased review. It's very nice. I would recommend it, but not in a kind of an official channel capacity. So, Wetherspoons, wow, I am really thrown for a loop. I was expecting that just to be a complete disaster, and it wasn't. So let's look at what we're going to do in terms of the scores and review. So generally what we're trying to do, to reiterate, is that we're trying to say, if we spend £20, can we get a decent entree, a Diet Coke, and walk away from there feeling like we haven't been price gouged or ripped off to a bit of a sticky wicket, because obviously the first thing I have to try and do is score a Wetherspoons for ambiance. So it's always busy at Wetherspoons. It's always kind of lively, which is good. But I think it's kind of I think the thing that always lets it down is the decorative quality, right? It's always a bit tired. There's never really anything imaginative that goes on with the way they do the furniture. And I think for that reason, they could do better. So I'm going to score that 2 out of 5, because 3 would be average, and they're going to lose a point for that. Service is really difficult because it's all done through the app, so you're not really interacting with the staff that much. But the people who were doing it was friendly, food came out, it was reasonably efficient. So it's kind of, I'm probably going to do that straight down the middle. It was basically what you'd expect. So I'm going to give that 3. The food is where it starts to get a bit difficult, because it's like, if you're trying to do the food in isolation, this is one of the things that's obviously going to be difficult with a food review, is you're going to go to a Michelin star place and score the food, and you're going to go to a Wetherspoons and score the food. I'm going to give it 3 for the food. I think the quality is not great. Like, you can tell that they are using really cheap ingredients, but they are trying to hit a very difficult price point. And they, in fairness, we're going to talk about price in a minute. But yeah, I think the food, I'm going to have to do 3. So the price then is really where it might claw some points back, because I don't think 4 is enough. Like, that was for under £15. I managed to get a burger, chips. The burger was good. They packed it out. Only complaint was they should have grilled the cheese, right? That's an operational issue. Everything was fine. So I'm going to basically give the price 4.5. Now, if you add all that together, you end up with 3 and a bit. So 3 and 1/8. So I'm not going to score anything as 1/8. Thanks very much. So I'm going to give it 3. I'm going to say, actually, Wetherspoons, you kind of got it down the middle. I went there, I spent under my budget, I spent £15, and you gave me something average. Average across the metrics, but really, it's probably a little bit better than average, which means that, weirdly, Wetherspoons ends up being one of the best places to eat on the methodology that I've got. It appears to be one of the best places. So make of that what you will. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.